Okay, hi there guys and welcome to my first ride impression of the all new 2024 TVS Apache RR310. Now we got to ride it at the coast racing track in Coimbatore, and this is the ride impression. Now you are not used to giving this or watching this kind of ride review from me because mine is mostly motor vlog as you ride and express right from your heart as to how the engine feels, how you feel the revs, how you feel the throttle response. It comes from the heart when you're riding and expressing. It comes instantaneously. Now this kind of a scenario where we were deprived of using the GoPros because it's for our own safety. It is FMSCI guidelines that on the track the GoPros tend to prove a little fatal. Just in case you crash, the GoPro is the first thing that impacts and tries to get onto your visor and break your visor and impact your head or face. So maybe there have been some fatal injuries in the recent past, which is why they are very strict in terms of not allowing us to mount the GoPro on the helmet. Instead, you can mount it on the bike, which is what I did. So now what happens in this scenario is we have to recall kaisa tha gaadi, feel kaisa tha, throttle kaisa tha, engine kaisa tha. This is after 3 or 4 days, and in between if you have ridden 2 or 3 other bikes, it becomes even more difficult to relate. तो ऐसे वाले राइड्स में ये वाला दिक्कत हो जाता है कि भाई गाड़ी की फील कैसी थी, what we expected, what it turned out to be. But anyway, I'll try my best to recall how I felt. Of course, I enjoyed like crazy because last time we rode, it was for the Tata Altroz Racer at the same coast race track owned by none other than the legendary Narayan Karthikeyan. I had the great honor to meet him, his team and all. They were very, very humble and very, very down to earth. So it was a great honor to meet him. This time around, maybe we missed because he was not there around during our batch ride. And the RR310, now it gets the relevant updates. It gets the full electronic suite from the RTR, its naked Street Fighter cousin. So you have the cornering ABS, cornering traction control, cornering cruise control, wheelie control and descent control as well. Now the RR310 is a very capable motorcycle. Now I can say that much more convincingly because I have ridden it right from Hyderabad to all the way to Ladakh and all the way back to Hyderabad. So we have I have ridden it the way no one else would have ridden it and taken it to places where no one else would have tried to take it. But now maybe people are doing it, but I'm not sure. When I did it back in 2017-18, that those series are still there. You can watch the Apache RR310 Ladakh series, and I would also suggest please do watch my Ride to Kanyakumari because the kind of view you will enjoy in every episode is absolutely breathtaking. Both the series, every episode, maybe there are 10 episodes here and 10 episodes for the Ladakh, and you will enjoy every episode with a bright, fresh new view. greeting you, and the kind of adventure, the kind of fun we had. It was one of the most memorable rides in my life. Now, the only issue was the vibration. Now, while I was riding back to back, sometimes what happens is you tend to get used to it. So, as I started riding it more and more, so less apparent the vibrations became. But I was hoping that they would iron out the vibrations, especially after riding the RTR 310 in Thailand. Boy, it was completely redefined and completely refined. And I said, oh, they have really given it the refinement this 310cc reverse inclined engine needed. So I could imagine if only this could come to the RR310, this would absolutely spell magic, and it will literally captivate your senses, because as it is one of the hottest looking bikes around. Yeah, people say the RS457 is also one of the hottest looking bikes. No doubt, it is scorching hot looks, and Aprilia, one of the legendary brands, offering an accessible price point and such a beautiful bike at around 5 lakhs is crazy. But this one, made by Indian manufacturer, having this kind of looks, and this is not now, this came out pre-COVID, man, maybe back in 2017 or 16. At that time, this kind of design language was like absolutely scorching hot. So still, it is well ahead of its time, so it doesn't require any major revisions. Aerodynamics are well sorted. Now you get winglets to add a little bit of downforce. Now there's a lot of question, a lot of backlash. 300cc की गाड़ी के लिए winglets ज़रूरी है क्या, kind of this thing. You know, it is functional. It does add on to give a far more planted feel as you for corner entry and corner exit, because the way you brake lit, the brakes are better. The tires of a good road grip, Michelin Road 5s, are top notch. And I mean, I became a fan when I rode it to Ladakh. I mean, the way the Michelin Road 5s performed, and on this bike, it is absolutely flawless, a perfect complement to the bike's character. Now, in this RR310, अभी क्या हो गया, पहले तो power increase कर दिया, अभी 38 PS and 29 Newton meters, yeah, 38 bhp and 29 Newton meters. So, is that power bump up apparent immediately? You can say yes. The throttle response is cleaner, much more engaging. Refinement is there. They have added a 10% lighter forged piston to improve the refinement on the piston coatings and all. They have tried to contribute to enhance the overall refinement and iron out the vibrations, because once you bump up the power, the vibrations tend to increase. Single cylinder engine, so it's not, you can't expect the refinement of an inline 4 in a single cylinder when the power is bumped up. So the refinement is there, but they could have done better, because it's not as refined as the RTR. Especially, I have one in the in my parking lot currently. I have taken it for long term, and this one is all battered and bruised. I mean, it has been ridden by every Tom, Dick and Harry. It is a test ride bike and a demo bike and a media bike. So it's done its share of rounds and finally come back to me. So I would not judge it by the kind of avatar it is in currently, because I have ridden a brand new bike in Thailand. I know how it feels, how refined it was, how composed it was, how beautiful it was. This one is a battered and bruised kind of football player after a league of matches. So I can brush this aside in terms of my judgment. But the RR310, what we rode were brand new bikes from the R&D at the track, one of the finest tracks, because it's nice and wide, 3.8 kilometers. Even if you make a small mistake or in assessing your corner line, you can correct yourself because of the wider track. So all this added to the ride fun and the joy and the pleasure and the riding pleasure. And what somehow something felt missing, because the expectations, see, when they launched the Jupiter, boy, they literally pulled the cat among the pigeons, because the way it was designed, the way it has come out, is something that will make you stand up and take note. Oh, what have they come up with? This thing is interesting. This looks futuristic. This looks out of the box. Well, you say to yourself, well, this looks promising. Similarly, when the RTR 310 came out, boy, the kind of features, the quick shifter, bidirectional quick shifter, the cooling seat. Thankfully, this one doesn't get a cooling seat. It's not really necessary. And Rest all cornering ABS, cornering traction control, it's understandable because we already seen that with the RC390. Now the RC390, when I'm just going outright, speaking my mind out, because I have a lot of friends in TVS. I'm very good well-wishers, and if you are a true well-wisher, you will not hesitate from sharing the truth, because that you want the bike to get better, and you want it to be the best. So the RC390 is a better handler, has more power, somehow feels far more convincing than the RR310. The RR310, no doubt, is flawlessly perfected. It's like pure racecraft in motion. Pure racecraft. If it takes shape, it would look like the RR310. It is undeniably one of the meticulously crafted race weapons that you can start your racing career or super sport culture with. You can start enjoying your super sport culture, and the best part about the RR310 is the versatility, because the RCs, of course, they have tried to make a little bit of improvement, making it lesser aggressive when compared to the first gen ones, but the RR310 has always been use it anywhere, anytime kind of a machine. Yeah, you can go on a track and have the truckload of fun that you want to on a track day, but from Monday to Friday, if you're taking it to the office, it does the job for you. If you want to go touring on it, it does the job for you. If you want to go for a weekend ride, for a 100-kilometer chai ride or a chai pakoda ride, it does the job for you. So it's a far more versatile machine. And now with the intuitive technology being added on to it, more than the technology, I think what it actually needed was just a quick shifter, because that's all you need. At the end of the day, yes, you have ABS to watch your back, maybe traction control, not necessary, to be honest, maybe for rookies to watch their back, but ABS is there, and if you give switchable ABS, you can go on the track, switch off the ABS, have the kind of time of your life, and come back. On the road, you need ABS to save your back, because India is totally unpredictable on the roads. Anything can happen, anything may happen anytime. So what it needed was a quick shifter. Maybe they could have worked better on the refinement and made it a far more better, because because I've been using the quick shifter all the time throughout this track ride. There was virtually no need of the clutch, and I couldn't feel the clutch pull or anything, whether it was too light or I don't even remember. But because I was using only the quick shifter and the blipper, both of them were working flawlessly. Especially the blipper, when you are cutting down the speed, the slipper clutch is there, ride-by-wire is there. The ride-by-wire really feels far more bettered now, because earlier it had kind of a snatchy response, a nanosecond kind of latency, but this one there is no latency. And the throttle rotation also, maybe they have decreased the throttle rotation such that you can access more power more easily at the ring of the throttle. So everything is beautiful, everything is well done, everything is good, but could have been better. So this is where I can draw the line and say that have they not given it the 100%? With the RTR, we could see that the manufacturer had given it all, and when you see the presentation, you see the vibe, you see the enthusiasm, you know that they've just given it all, and it shows in the bike. And with the RR310, I felt they could have done more. I feel they could have done more, at least in terms of refinement, because sometimes people say, अरे यार थोड़ा तो वाइब्रेशन चाहिए, वो स्पोर्टी फील होना, उन्हें तो बाइक चलाने वाली फील ही नहीं आती है, पूरा मक्खन जैसा रिफाइनमेंट रहे तो वो इलेक्ट्रिक गाड़ी थोड़ी है. बट आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट दैट काइंड ऑफ रिफाइनमेंट, साइलेंट रिफाइनमेंट. आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट द एग्जॉस्ट नोट इज गुड. Yeah, it has a throaty exhaust note. As you rev the hell out of it, it screams. It has a good BGM added on to your riding experience. All that is there, but somehow I feel they are much more capable of giving us much better refinement. You ride the G310R naked bike from BMW and you will feel the difference. You will feel the G310R Street Fighter is far more refined than the RR310. Why? Why? The same people are building both the bikes. Why can't they add the refinement here? The pricing, the kind of value proposition, the electronics, the handling, the braking, the suspension, everything seems to have improved. You can brake late, You can carry more speed through the corners with much more precision, and it gives you a lot of confidence to push yourself to the limits. Understand, it gives you confidence that yes, you are a much capable rider than what you thought you were, and that is something that only a well built motorcycle can do. And this is a well built motorcycle can, but something that could be better in the days to come. So that's where I would like to conclude. And if you like this kind of straightforward to the point reviews where there's not too much of specs and all being shared, you can watch my walk around review for that. The seat height क्या है, ये क्या है, वो क्या है, power and torque तो मैंने बोल दिया, 38 bhp 29 newton meters. You can read the specs, but I'm telling you exactly how you feel and what kind of audience it is made up for. If you are a person who is really interested in racing and racing culture or super sport culture, आपको फेयरिंग वाली गाड़ी पसंद है, and you are a spirited rider, you want to always have, hit the red line while riding, yes, this bike is for you. And at the same time, one bike philosophy that मुझे भाई वही बाइक ऑफिस को भी चला के लेके जाना है, yes, this will do the job for you. And mileage भी चाहिए, mileage is also there. It is not something that will empty your pocket. Fuel efficiency is well taken care of. You can ride it in urban mode or rain mode, where power is cut down, torque is cut down. Only in sport and track you have full power and full torque. In urban and rain mode, power जो है कट हो जाता है, पावर को कट किया जाता है सच दैट इट कैन ऑप्टिमाइज फ्यूल एफिशिएंसी. तो ऐसे आप अर्बन मोड में चला सकते हो और ज़्यादा माइलेज का फ़ायदा पा सकते हो. सो ऑल दिस थिंग्स रैप्ड अप टुगेदर, दिस इज वेयर आई वुड लाइक टू कंक्लूड दैट द RR310 is a wonderful motorcycle. It's a beautifully built motorcycle, has more value added to it, is a good proposition that can be better in the days to come. Cheers. See you guys next time.